Hey, traders. Good to see you all on this Tuesday, where it had begun after the stream ended yesterday. The rally on the new day for Bitcoin has taken it to a very critical area for the past, I don't know, 12 hours or so. You've been testing it, 44,355, which is what the high back from January 12th. Tested that as resistance. You haven't been able to break it yet. With a little luck, with some demand, seems possible it could be broken soon. The good news you have is I don't think there's any sort of bearish divergence or anything right now. I don't think there's much of an edge, right? So we can maybe just extend out this channel that was respected. And so we just kind of have a good grip on like what kind of trend we're in. We're in that short-term uptrend for now. Still trying to make the argument to reverse the overall midterm downtrend that we've been in since November. And you got to recapture highs, your previous highs of the downtrend. And after this would be, you break 44K, then you will probably run to $50,000 to $52,000 to go test that next level as a resistance, most likely. So that's what I say, like, $50,000 in the cards? Yeah, it's very, very possible. Very possible, chat. So anything above 40 to 42K is your safe zone. You're set, man. Life's good when you're above 40K based on history. That's it. So I mean, Bitcoin's up 3.82%, but it's, underperforming the crap out of Ethereum, which kind of a little bit surprising. Just based on, like, when we reverse our overall cycles back to bullish, normally Bitcoin front runs, then Ethereum, then the altcoins, but everything's kind of doing really well today. Most things are outperforming Bitcoin. Technically, we're talking about the past 24 hours, where you got altcoins, some of them up 20%. Like, GRT is up 20% right now. And then you've got, Engine Coin up 10%, Alice Coin up 18%, Algo's up 7%. Yeah, you got a ton of green across the markets. And, Mana and Matic are both up double-digit percentage points. Strong day to day. And really cool. It's going to be cool to look at these things with you. Just scanning like I normally try to do every day. And it's hard to argue with the low-risk areas for tons of these S-coins. Very real, man. If you're a patron, because I'm pinging you all day, you're being alerted and stuff. But if you're just watching the stream, even if you're in the general chat and Discord, you may not know. And I'll try to go into that as much as I can today. But that's your Bitcoin 4-hour, your daily, fantastic follow through after the engulfing candle that was painted yesterday, confirming it, and not quite at your highest. I'd love to see in the next 50 minutes, I'd love to see Bitcoin break above that candle high close from February 9th, which was the high of 44,865. Easily doable. You know how it is in Power Hour. How many times we are live and we have huge dumps or pumps in the last 60 minutes of the day? It happens. So you're right at a critical resistance. You just tested it on this 4-hour candle, 44,355. You haven't broken it yet. But again, we're talking about you've been testing that for like 12 hours now. Maybe more, right? 4, 8, 12. On one candle you didn't, but it's a good 16-hour endeavor almost now, 15 hours. So, but you get why this is such a big deal, and how, like, if you hold 42K, even really on the daily, there's no overhead resistance till 48.3. But if you go to the weekly, we understand no resistance at all that is visible until $50,000. It's really like 51K to, it's like 51 to 52K, right? Two different peaks. There's no other peaks that even exist on this chart. That's why you got to feel optimistic And of course, 5 days to go, anything's possible, but you're already beginning to work on a major engulfing candle of last week's price action, so that's good. So I just say, man, if you're above 38, 39K on the weekly, you make a higher low, you make an 886, and you reverse at the 886, and now you're showing that hidden bullish divergence. My God.
Watch Lord of the Rings 0.00160000ETH.
Smeagol, don't do it, man. Don't even participate. It will not end well for you. But in actuality, we need you. It is mandatory. Yes, you must watch. You must participate, unfortunately. Yes. Thank you, Smeagol, for the 501. Is that a crypto tip? Because 1 penny? What is that? You're precious. Let me see. Let me get that up too. Oh yeah, it was a crypto, so there you go, that figured. All right, but like chat, remember the weekly, there's an argument for a bullish continuation that is here. It's happened. You rejected 40 on the RSI too. That's wonderful. What happens when you reject 40 on the RSI? You normally run to 60. I mean, at least since 2015, when you fell below 40 and or you back tested 40, there's literally never been a time in Bitcoin's history on the weekly RSI in 6 years that if it fell below 40, it didn't run to 60. Right? Look. I mean, like, I'll tell you, like, it broke 40 and went all the way up to 55 this time, right? Back in 2015. Then it sold up, then back tested 40, and then rallied to 60, right? Then you broke below 40. But when you broke back above it, where'd you go? Exceeded 60. So then you tested it, you went to 60, you dumped, you fell below it, COVID crash. But look what happened when you broke back above 40. You go up to 60 before doing anything. Why would, I mean, if history repeats itself on the Bitcoin weekly RSI, 60 upon us. If you're at 60 on the weekly RSI, chat, just use your imagination. That means Bitcoin is at or well above $52,000. That's real. What are your 2 most recent discernible events on the weekly chart, chat?
Chatted $30. One time for T-Pain.
What's up, Tommy Payne, man? T-Pain with a Y. Thank you, dude. It's good you're not the other T-Pain. What a... I have words, choice words. It's terrible. Thank you, dude. Give me your grill, give me your auto-tunes. Alright, so what are the 2 most recent events that happened on Bitcoin weekly chart? The highest low you've ever made. The highest true major pivot ever. What was the most recent event before the highest low you've ever made? The highest high. So on the weekly, the trend has not reversed. The trend has remained long-term uptrend. You can't argue with that. That's real. Those are 2 things. Those 2 most recent events. So good news. When you're above 39K on a weekly chart, there's none until 51K. And we just did a little look at the RSI. That's good news. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to Ethereum now. Hey, you held above the critical areas, 2,900. You broke back above the supply line. When you did that, gone. Now you're really safe now. Like anything above 2,900, 3,000, safe. Like Bitcoin's 40, 42K. You do want to see a higher high here. Otherwise, you run the chance of starting to create a complex wave structure, right? The X, the A, the B, the C, the D. So the good news is where you are, I guess there is one little peak here, and you did reverse here a couple times, 3160 back from September. So I guess you do need to break that. I'll just have an alert set up, because if you're breaking that, really good things are going on. Yeah, there's just one little level, and it's not a major resistance or anything. You're just it is upon you. That's where you upthrusted initially. So I mean, if you're gonna breach through that this time, I think the target would be $3,400 to test that previous discernible high from January 13th, the downtrend you've been in for months. So good news, kind of good news. I mean, hidden bearish divergence on the 4-hour if you don't make a higher high here. But the good news is it's like, on the 4-hour, right? You created local highs and lows, then a higher high, then a higher low, higher highs, higher lows, Higher highs, higher lows. Yet to be seen what the next, what's going on right now completes. Could be a higher high again, 3,400, fine. We're uptrending in the short term. Short-term uptrend like Bitcoin. It's just not as well confined within a really nice channel like we found on Bitcoin. But either way, long-term uptrends, mid-term downtrends, short-term uptrend now, but threatening the mid-term downtrend. To where if you go up, and I think it's really when you exceed 3,400, you then pretty much kind of confirm that you're in a mid-term uptrend, short-term uptrend, and long-term uptrend. Yeah. Isn't that Quran, man? Let's go. Yo, what's up, dude? You seeing this? Seeing these pumps? As soon as stream ends, it's kind of like
$101.10. Yo, 0.03221000 ETH.
Macaron's turning into like a legend. He's yeah, man. It's like, I don't know. Him and Hamdi and Crypto Hoarder, I mean, y'all are just all world, and I can't even express the gratitude. Thank you. Holy crap. So, I think he's pleased, as well as everyone else in this whole market, to be back above the levels that you must desperately be above. I just think you're hanging out. You're up 7.34% today, and it's probably not over, right? Bitcoin breaks 44,355, which has been testing for, again, I told you, like 12 to 16 hours. Once that breaks, man, I mean, you're going to like 45.6. That means Ethereum's going to 3,300 and probably, though, 3,400. Okay. We're really paying attention to the performance here of the bearish bat in the bearish trend, the midterm downtrend. You don't want to type 2 return up here, probably. Yeah, I mean, like, it really 3,400 is everything. That's going to, like, really make me feel more confident to believe everything's reversing. Until then, you just can't be like, well, you realize if you topped out right now, unfortunately, right, chat? It would be another consecutive lower high. So there are things that have to be done, really.
It's on the neckline right now, $43,900.
Oh, it's kind of scuffed. I mean, sure, momentum shifted. Is it really an inverse head and shoulders? You could try to perceive it like that. Not very textbook to me. Yeah, look, okay. Then the heart line is the overhead resistance that we've had here for a long. The trend, the line in the sand for the trend reversal it happens to be the neckline here. I don't think that was deep enough of a retrace. You don't want oblong shoulders. You want something to look as textbook as possible, right? As textbook as possible. Perfect neckline, perfect shoulders. You want that, man. You know why, right? Because you have millions of market participants, you know, sometimes at given times, right? People out there that are looking at charts, scanning for an edge or something, right? Reading charts. You want them to be able to, without a shadow of a doubt, be able to identify the same thing you're identifying. So when you're identifying this kind of whacked out Quasimodo looking a potential inverse head and shoulders, a lot of people may not perceive it like that. But do I need to perceive it like that to understand how bullish this is? No, I don't need to be like, it's a Bulkowski structure when you are back testing an old resistance as support. We know how bullish that is. You don't have to identify a structure. We know above 44,355, there's pretty much nothing till 50 to 53K. Nothing. So it's probably going there if 42K holds long enough. 50K to 53K targets. Do I need to make a measured move? No, I don't need that. All I have to do is look at overhead resistance and understand trends and critical support resistances, right? That makes sense. But yeah, sure. At the same time, let's just say there was a textbook inverse head and shoulders, potential inverse head and shoulders presented, but it was doing the exact same things. Everyone would be able to draw the same conclusions. On your side of the fence, mine, we're all bullish. We all have the same narrative. So that means everyone be buying, right? That's great. So I think it's kind of, we're in that territory where you can look at it one way. It's still bullish. It's the same narrative. So like, hey, it's an inverse head and shoulders. No, dude, that's a descending broadening wedge after a drawdown and a deep retrace. Okay, they're all the same. Everyone's saying the same thing. All right. Anyway, so back to Ethereum for a sec, because you know, it's at session highs, or about to be anyway. Working on a bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour. Gotta love that, man, right? It's like, oh, just indecision candle just to be engulfed, and look where you are on the 4-hour. You are back in the bullish control zone, chat. 65.8, hot, but not too hot. Perfect. So that means way more upside potential on this time scale before you become overbought. That's good. So rallying on up. Power hour. Remember, we have 37 minutes till your daily candle closes, the last 60 minutes of the day. So if you're enjoying the positive price action we are receiving today for equities, for crypto, not commodities, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. So there are your two big ones. We can real quick look at total that is doing something quite significant. Yeah, we don't just...
I like turtles.
We love totals. We love totals because it is actually trying to re-break out with confirmation. Confirmation with a candle close in 36 minutes of all sustains, which it's seemingly looking like that. It's going to happen, right? Good news, man. Anytime that happens, you're going to go test your previous overhead resistance. Like Ethereum will be at 3,400. Well, this will probably be at 2.1 trillion. All right, you keep running, Bitcoin gets to 51K, then you're probably at 2.21 trillion. The next level that makes sense where it would run to if it's actually holding and failing to hit this level of inflection again to test it. Too strong, too much demand, not enough supply. So it's already going to break out and might run to 2.2. It's good.
I like Mitch.
Is that a joke?
Thank you, Ravenflow, man. Are you saying that with a Halloween costume on? Cheers. Oh no, let me change my, I got my default settings on my app. Whoops, yikes. Yeah, let me real quick change. Hold on. I don't even remember how to do it though, crap. Oh, default state, oh here we go, easy. Easiest thing in my life. Boom. We're back. We're back to blue. All right, so Ethereum, wonderful stuff. Look at the daily here. Oh yeah, so strong. Oh, the hidden bearish divergence, get wrecked. Get wrecked, hidden bearish divergence. I mean, it played out, but zero to no follow through. The bearish breakdown was rejected. Look what happens when you reject bearish breakdowns. Chat, look what happens when you reject bearish breakdowns.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Let's hope it plays out that way. Can we take a look at Cardano /USD Coinbase?
We look at it every day. We're just doing the in-depth analysis today, the two bigger ones in total, just because. We will look at Cardano. Thank you, man. It is at $1.10, so 5%. Just running with Bitcoin. So what happens when you reject bearish breakdowns, chat? Major reversals. Ethereum. It was over, dude. It was all over. They wrote it off. They had already planned funeral arrangements for your longs. And then nay, rejection, engulfing, back above the critical supply line you'd been in right for months. And now look at this huge green candle, man. Oh yeah. You can't give up, man. It's not about the breakdown itself. It's about the follow-through price action you receive after the breakdown or breakout. And if you're going to learn anything here, please retain that information, right? Please do that. And be like one day down the road, hey, man, there was that one time you said that. I took it to heart and learned.
Monday.
Is that a joint?
Spark the Hopium Monday? No. Spark the Hopium Tuesday. But soon Tuesday will be gone with the wind. But only after doing exceptional things. Where Ethereum's now up over 8% on the day, man. Ain't it crazy? Oh, God. Crypto Hoarder, I freaking love you, man. Okay? Minted the holiday, Valentine's Day NFT. He bought like almost all of them. And then afterwards, well, what I received, the proceeds I received from the NFT, well, it happens to be now up 8%. And all the other NFTs I ever sold, it's now up 8%, right? That's amazing. God, it's like, I mean, it's double-edged, right? If you're in a downtrend, it sucks. You know, everything just keeps dumping. You just keep, fine, just DCA, I guess. Look at it like that. But freaking awesome, dude. You never get that with cash, right? Like, someone tips me in PayPal or someone tips me on Super Chat. That's it. Not much mystery involved. You tip me, you know, in crypto or like buy an NFT, it's just like, oh my God. The world. Hey, chat, we got serious development going on. Bitcoin's breaking it back above that resistance. The resistance. It's hard to like, get away. I mean, we were on the verge of a pump stream, and you are still, again, on the verge of a pump stream where it's just that first high, January 12th. You could act like that wick there, okay, but it was the second time. I don't know. I mean, you could have controversy. I just chose that one because it was there. It was the peak. But yeah, you could use this wick too and be like, oh, we're not above this though, man. We're not above that one crazy volatile high from 44, repeating, of course. Right? So, okay. Goodness gracious, dude. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to move the alert up above that level, I guess, just so people don't nitpick. And it does look like that was very, very well respected too. If you adjust that, because look at, I mean, it's 2 times. No different though than how I had it. So whatever. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna have my alert set up. We're gonna pay attention to it. We're going to come back to it as soon as I hear the beep. Here is your, my God, dude, BNB completely invalidated. You know, head and shoulders. Well, it actually was confirmed and then underperformed, and then we already noticed that it was double bottoming and started rallying, and you saw the macro, and it's like there's no way. So look where BNB is on the cusp of a massive breakout of its own downtrend it has been in. Very, very good. And above 430, above 429 is serious. You get that, right? That is almost everything right now. If you break 429 for real, am I worried about a supply line? Not as much. I am. That's what I'm worried about. 429. You break that $500 target. $500, chat, on BNB above this level. 500. What is that? That's, you know, that's some pretty decent upside potential still on BNB. What is it? Oh, that's only, is that not good enough, chat? 16.5% potential upside if you can truly stay above 429 long enough and maybe break the supply line too. Tons of upside on this one now. Clearly putting in a higher low. Okay, accumulation again for now. But we really do, you go test 500, it's a big deal. Will you be able to break it this time? Because you couldn't last time. It was a perfect resistance. Hidden bearish divergence on the daily. It played out wonderfully. Gotta love that, right? BNB had hidden bearish divergence, performed incredible, and then Ethereum developed it, underperformed, and is now the positive moment is building again. Oh, massive underperformance. Oh, love it, man. Love when bearish indicators underperform, and then massively higher lows are put in. That's great. Great news. All right, BNB, and then we go to, gotta go to XRP, because I think I'm doing this wrong. I think XRP is, oh yeah, XRP is wonderful, dude. XRP is about some moon, dude. You know, that price action right there. I mean, just look at the local price action. You're breaking that. Yeah, I would say at this point, I mean, you could be working on a mini M or something, but let's just say you break like 90 cents. I think you go to $1 easy. $1. Very, very easy. Once you kind of like breach through your local highs there. But look, you got to understand, we knew the argument was accumulation. This was last line of defense. But now you're showing like locally, you know, you bottomed out. You've rallied, you've sold off. Very weak performance from sellers. They haven't done a very good job of pushing this price back down, have they? It's so strong, you can't even get down to 69 cents again. Okay, you rallied, you sold off. What do you do locally? You're making a higher low. So like just locally, we know there are more market participants that own the asset than they did before. That's like confirmation, man. This is strong. Very strong on XRP right now. So again, I would think, right, if this is, everything's going to continue the way it's been looking, Bitcoin breaks out $1 easy. Above $1, really tough to say, because that's just such a serious level. I mean, if you're going to break $1 resoundingly, then you're going like 120 minimum. So very, very strong. go to Sol. This up 8%. Yeah, and it looks like it might be trying to bottom out for now. I mean, it's truly trying to put in a higher low than the previous low. The bearish consolidation is just not performing very well because the macro is too strong. Too strong a macro. So, yeah, you could be bottoming out in the middle of freaking nowhere, dude. Nowhere. It's just a rising tide lifts all ships. This is just one of your scrub ships that is rising with the tide. It can't help it, man. It can't help but rally here because Bitcoin, Ethereum have bottomed out and they're rallying, right? But I'll tell you one thing. Sol's underperforming the crap out of Bitcoin and Ethereum right now in BNB. And then we go to Cardano. That, you know, anything above $1 eventually, 150, 148. 50 lows. All right, it's your typical Bulkowski 52 bottom, you know. Oh, my favorite pattern, the 52 bottoms. So very good. Anything above $1, you got to be bullish. I mean, it performed trash. I mean, the last event's the lowest freaking high of the whole correction, but you held it again, man. You held $1. No one, whoever owns this is not letting it fall below the $1 at all. And now it's actually kind of showing some forms of accumulation again, right? I mean, January 24th, you were at 98 cents. Well, ever since then, you never saw it again, including now. So you could just be looking at a massive, true kind of double bottom going on at critical support. So there could be ridiculous upside potential right here. I don't know. You can start looking at like some sort of whacked out dragon too. There's your supply line. There's your whacked out supply line for, or here's your supply line of a whacked out potential dragon. Okay, so just somewhere above 111, 112. Oh my God, very good, very good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you'd settle for anything below 145, especially now. It's like you bottom out once, you don't know. Yeah, crap performance, you sell off, but then when you bottom out twice, that's the confirmation low, and that's where you gain the confidence to believe you'll get a much larger wave up than you just got. That was the peak that gave you the two discernible bottoms. First time, reaction low, no one knows. Second time, everyone says, that's it, we bottomed out, we're at the support, and we're above it now. Okay, big wave, 145, if this holds. And it is, it has been for too long. All right. They're your big boys. S&P 500, great start, but I need more. Okay, awesome that it gapped up today. Well, we've seen multiple gaps already. You got to be a little suspect of gaps. You know, some stocks went berserk. I mean, my God, NVIDIA killed it. But like, you know, when you have a gap that small, could easily fill. Are you above 45? 45? No. Are you above the supply line you rejected? No. Have you made a higher high than your previous highs? No. Okay, so great day, but like it has not changed the tone of things going on right now, technically, right? The technicals, you have to break back above 45. You have to break the supply line you fell back into. You have to breach your previous discernible highs, right? Before you can start saying, oh, we're good now. We're good now. So give me some more data. You might fill a gap. Could be volatile. My God, it's there. There's that gap fill at $4,400 now. So yeah, nice. Some convergence maybe developing now. Cool. Good day, but not even close to enough to be like, oh, we've changed. Everything's good again. It's not yet, quite yet. It's a great day though. Dow Jones, remember, was back testing that support, that demand line, and wow, right? You just happen to gap up right at it, chat. Come on, man. Spring back test of spring. Just convergence stuff. Gap though, there's a gap open. It just kind of, they're all synced up, right? It's all like, hey man, really? Russia's not gonna invade Ukraine? Or it was 100% imminent to, oh, nah, not gonna happen, dude. Okay, yeah. So I guess it was positive price action off that, but it was also just a back test. You hold in this could be a huge rally. Just depends on what the S&P does, I guess, right? But can't say that that's not a level we've been looking at. But still, though, just because you back tested a demand line doesn't mean you're golden. Look, you got to break back above the May 6 high at 35,124. Then you got to break 35,624. And there's a lot of work to still be done, but at least you're not making a lower low in your previous low yet, but you know, the NASDAQ, great day today, but has anything changed? Not yet. Have you broken back above 14,171? No. Have you breached your previous discernible swing highs yet? No. There's still just work to be done. Now, the good news is that bearish divergence is starting to get a little weird. Maybe not that strong anymore. Yeah, I think you are. I think you really are okay if you get above 14,171. We were above it, you know. But, and all of a sudden, you think the X, the A, the B, the C. But I just don't know. With a gap there, I think you could easily fill that like tomorrow almost, you know. So good day, but not good enough yet. But you're close. You're close-ish, right? Really, really strong to see the Russell 2000 have a big rally, 2.76% up, getting right back into that zone of inflection. Very good, very good. Very, very good here. Get back about 2085, hold it, and then you would probably then run to 2271 if things were going to start reversing. But that's the line in the sand up there to say we're reversing our trend again. We're going back bullish long term, breaking the previous discernible swing highs. But yeah, good start. But you have to breach the level you haven't breached yet. You're just there at it, right? Here's your gold. Unfortunate. But, you know, bearish and golden candle on the daily. That sucks. And you could have some more downside now, right? Yeah, you come back down to 1833 to back test it. The good news is, right, last night, gold hit, spot price on gold hit its highest level since June of 2021. Tweeted about it, whatever. But yeah, we're at an area where there could be supply. There is supply, as we must run to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is breaking that 4-hour peak, which I think is the midterm downtrend threshold. You're breaching it, chat. With 20 minutes to go to your daily close, extreme amounts of strength. We do have a pump stream. This is the highest high we've seen since the 10th, which is 5 days ago, which consolidating, right, for 12 hours, and now you're breaking it. It was really like 15, and now on the 16th hour, you broke it and made your highest highs. So Ethereum's up almost 9% at its highs of the day, highs of the rally, or, you know, I guess since in 5 days, whatever. It's not the highs of the rally, actually, but you could understand or at least think about overhead resistance looking left, minimal to none until 50 grand. You look at this channel here and you understand the upside potential. If you want to get, this is your short-term uptrend that is working on becoming a midterm uptrend. I mean, your upside imagination here, just say time goes by and it eventually gets there at $51,000 is your overbought territory of the uptrend, right? When you have a channel, I've talked about this before, when you are in a channel that is a trend of some sort, whether short, mid, or long.
When he saw.
Think you did.
Is that a joint?
When you're in an uptrend, right? This demand line on the bottom, supply line on the top. So that means when you get to the supply line, it could be perceived in the trend you're in, the uptrend here, that you are overbought. Like you'd have the RSI would be in the 70s or, you know, yeah, above 70. Just like in your channel, you'd be at the supply line. So really hard to keep going across the markets with live price action on the one coin to rule them all. So we're going to monitor that. Sorry, you know, what are you going to do? There's a ton of altcoins that are rallying very hard right now, and tons of them were at critical areas. Critical areas, man. Like undeniably, like they lost 100% of their value. They were at inflection points. They fell below them. Then they rallied, and they've been back testing them as support, and they're starting to really get back above.
Could you take a
those
look
levels.
at UA? Looks like double bottom of 1.41 retracement from October low to now high at a support from Dec 18 and November 19 on 4 hours.
What's up, Axel? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at Under Armour that had been destroyed recently. But only after presenting a bullish Gartley at a support before breaking above a range and then going insane. And then it had to dump, kind of like Netflix. So, yeah, we have a nice little rally going on. Bitcoin up over $2,000 on the day, breaking resistance. And the first couple of times it up thrusted, dang, man, if we could ever get back above it, well, look what we're doing. We're getting back above it. I think it's extremely powerful that we're going again, testing this level and breaking it, and you're about to engulf. So I don't want to get too far off track. I'm scaling in on my other chart so I can see it so visibly. I mean, we're just dollars away from the highest price of the day. Yeah, Algo was another one that was at a critical inflection point, an 88% retrace, a pattern completion zone of a huge bullish M-shape harmonic. And it was just like, how does it get lower risk than this? Imagine this holding the upside potential. There are multiple ones like that are there. They've been sitting at them. They've lost so much value over so much time. 4-hour histogram does look great. You're not overbought and you're building positive momentum again. That is exceptional on the oscillators. How do you get away from this? Because, I mean, if you think about it, if this keeps up, Bitcoin is going to be at freaking 45.8 by the end of the day. My God. Let's go, Mama Ivy. I'm the jerk. All right. Thank you, Grandma.
Hex, please, Sunny boy.
We'll do it. We'll look at Hex. Put on the list. Hard to put things on the list. Well, I mean, there are multiple requests that'll go in order, but it's just like, you gotta treat it kind of like, I don't know, the Weather Channel, man, where if you get, this is like, oh my God, there's a tornado on the ground when there's live price action, when there's pumps. I mean, you drop what you're doing, regularly scheduled program gets wrecked, gets pushed aside for this, for the live pumps, right? So, so now it's all about, I guess, this 45.5 level. Just that's the height, or the first height of the rally, and you up thrusted through it a couple times afterwards. 45.855 is the height of the rally so far. Which I think really, those are great local highs and stuff. Those just correlated to this level. And the fact that you're re-breaking it leads me to believe that these won't play much of a role as resistance, even though I get it. Like, there were some lows, some valleys that you lined up with from December that played a role. Again, man, I think it's all about the overhead resistance. It's all about the significant time scales. And if it is about all those things, then it's $50,000 Bitcoin soon in time. All right, because remember, the hidden bullish divergence has now really sunk in as a strong argument on Bitcoin weekly RSI. And then you go to Ethereum's weekly. I don't think this is the weekly. Let me maybe it was just the daily on Ethereum. No, it was the weekly, I guess. No, it was, okay, so weekly, right? And oh yeah, it is the weekly. Oh, it's fantastic too. Bullish pin bar, by the way. The bullish pin bar to 78% retrace, and here it is on both oscillators. Bitcoin isn't even having on both. And look at that weekly. You got 5 days to go, but what could this turn into? You understand there is zero, chat, zero overhead resistance until $3,900. 39, not 29, 39. And just look left. You tell, oh no, dude, it's literally two peaks right here. That's it. And then the other peak was 46.40. So, very, very good stuff, man. And just to go back to your weekly on Bitcoin, you can see it too. It's very, very strong. Very strong. Remember, every time in history you fall below 40 on the weekly and you get back above it, you go to 60. If you're at 60, you're at $53,000 easy. Easy, if not higher. Yep. 51. It's like it's $51,800 on the weekly. We got some live pumpage. It's great, man.
Warren Buffett invests $1 billion in Bitcoin-friendly neobank. After this news hit, everyone wants a fraction of BTC.
Is that a joint?
Well, I think it started yesterday when Canada went full on CCP. right? No checks and balances, just everyone's accounts are going to get frozen that we want. There's no due process, there's no procedure. Just if we sense it, we will freeze your bank accounts. We will stop you. Oh, by the way, you must put something in your body. You must do it. You have to. Otherwise, you won't be able to work. So protests happen. And then it's like, oh, people can't work because the protests. Okay. So anyway, that's what started. But yeah, great. I mean, it's not just, dude, there's just so much stuff that happened, man. Today, like, it's like almost every freaking day, man. Okay, what else besides Warren Buffett, you know, Berkshire Hathaway, you know, investing in that South American mining company? Okay. Well, there was also the fact that the New York Stock Exchange has filed trademarks to launch an NFT marketplace. That happened. There are like bills being put forth in multiple states. What is it? Protect Your Coins Act. You know, like things that are really good for crypto. So everyday occurrence now, if you haven't noticed. Something's happening. Okay, so Bitcoin, you know, I'll pay attention to it, but let's keep it running. Let's keep it going. Yeah, we look at gold to pull back, silver too. Right? What do you think silver's gonna do if gold pulls back? Silver pull back, but that's fine. Is it really a big deal? You kind of get what's actually going on, right? You back tested the spring, but now you're making a higher low and testing kind of the top of that zone. And yeah, at any point you start rallying again, hidden bullish divergence like immediately starts developing. Yeah, I think just anything above 29 or 22.91 is exceptional on silver. And really, I mean, anything above 22.14 is awesome too, because then the argument for accumulation still exists. So oh yeah, I mean, 100 million people, over 100 million people got exposed to crypto via the ads, advertising. Yeah, that's true. Larry David, that was nice. All right, so just looking at these, and yeah, you can imagine for freaking platinum, can't do it, man. Eventually, maybe at some point, it starts reversing here because it's just spending all this time rejecting the levels it needs to be breaking, and it can't. So it might, you know, buyers might relent eventually, but uptrending, higher highs, higher lows, but just dang, man, really stuck there, having problems. But it's just a bearish cipher, and maybe the bearish cipher at its pattern completion zone is just going sideways and underperforming massively before you do break out. I think it is gonna maybe be beholden to gold and silver on platinum, but great stuff. Yeah, I mean, like helium's down 32% today. Sugar's down marginally. Soybeans down. Cotton futures up a little bit. Live cattle futures up a little bit. Orange juice flat. Anyway, let's get to the requests. Well, let's look at the DXY, and then we'll go to requests. Right, the United States dollar. I mean, it made a higher low. It is rallying, but not by much. And you know, here's the thing. You know, if you attempt to rally here and you make a lower high than your previous high, and or you don't even test $97 again, oh yeah, this thing could be finally reversing. But you know, for now, the highest high of the rally on the daily just happened, and the highest low of the rally. So you can't be like it's bearish now in a bearish trend or reversing, because its most recent discernible events on the chart are the most bullish things that have happened on this chart, right? You had all these consecutive higher highs, higher lows, then the highest high, the highest low. So you can't be like, it's too bearish. But, you know, let's see what happens. What kind of price action do you get on an attempted rally above to $97, right? Okay, let's get these requests, man. And thanks for the 1,100 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bullet. So thanks so much for being here. What a day. What a good day. We always love the good days,
Thanks,
man.
Mitch.
Right?
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Echo. Oh, yeah. Weekly had a bearish engulfing candle. I know. I understand that. Yeah. On the DXY. Okay, first request was DWAC. That we knew anything above 75 was okay. It's still like technically okay for now. It's not moving. It's up 1.5%, and after hours it's up 1.48%. So I don't think that's a big deal. Just gonna probably fill a gap tomorrow or normalize. It'll probably be back at the same price it was by the bell tomorrow because it's just so insignificant. But I mean, dude, again, you are in kind of an uptrend. You've been uptrending, but you did top out. But if you stay above 75 long enough, you could always run up to $100 eventually. It's not. Where's the reversal? Why is it? It confirmed the top and has reversed some bearish engulfing candle, and that's still valid. That bearish reversal is valid until you breach it.
If the supply has increased by 40% in 15 months.
It's just an aggregate of all the other.
A lot more people
it's
coming
to
in
all
today.
these other
that
currency
means
pairs.
The market is recovering. Lol, it's crazy how the market dictates the views and people watching live streams.
Oh yeah, that's not new though. That's like extremely the most old thing that ever existed. As like an effect. Yeah, more people watch when Bitcoin pumps. Yes. Right, because you know, I mean, the lesser people, like there's less people watching when Bitcoin might be showing, hey, it might be potentially reversing at this area. Well, we got to sell to somebody, right? So you would maybe sell to the laggards that come in later or something, right? It's kind of like the markets, right? Like no one's buying. Like there are certain people buying down here, and those people will be selling up here. But the people they're selling to weren't in down here; they're buying up here, right? So it's kind of the zero-sum game. But DWAC, nothing's changed. It's up a little bit, still above 75 bucks. So you're safe. You're good until then. All right. I mean, you just make like I wouldn't even start looking at that as an argument until you break $75. That's where we are. So if anything, what are you doing? You are uptrending, right? You made your lowest low, dang man, November, but then you made a high. December 8th, not a higher high, but a high. Then you made a higher low than the previous low. Then you made a higher high than the previous highs, even this high. Then you made a higher low than the previous low, then a slightly higher high. Now, if you make a higher low, you understand you're uptrending and you could run to your highest high of the whole rally on this one. If the market conditions recover, I think you have a greater chance of seeing much higher prices. But just the way that things have been going, I don't think just because you had a good day today doesn't present an argument for a major trend reversal to the upside yet. Bull market full back on. There are things that have to be done on the index funds, but if that did happen, it would be great for this asset. Okay, so we got less than 5 minutes to your daily candle close. As we read in here. The next one was, it was just, well, it was Cardano, but we already looked at it. And then it was UA, Under Armour. Under Armour Connect. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. It does look like that is happening. Wow. Yeah, dude. Good eye. Good find. You know, stop looking at it after it like broke the support of 1740. But yeah, look at this low from December of 2018. The first time ever, September 2017. Look. November 2019. Look. December 2020. January 2021. Here you go. Twice. Second time's a charm. Could be. Yeah, there's a gap to fill up. That'd be your target. Easy target, 1730. But yeah. It's like, you don't know ever, right? Even if we have like the indication to believe it might be a very critical area where reverses, right? Just because history's told us that. We don't truly know. But what it does do is it gives us a really good like indication of where having a stop loss, where an entry could be, and where take profits could be, right? Because we know like what happens in history when this asset falls below $15. Oh my God. Last time it did it, or did it in 2017, it dumped to $10. Lost 33% of its value fast. Okay, and what happened another time? It broke below 15. Oh my God, it went down to 660. But yeah, it's held it before, and it's gone up to at least 1740. So, you know, technical analysis is not about fortune telling, but it does help us gauge where we can enter and where we can say, you know what, I don't even want to be in this anymore because his history has told us that when it falls below this certain level, really bad things happen. So therefore, that's why you'd strategize that way, right? So almost, it's like a 2.74 to 1 here. I mean, even if you just barely, it's a 3 to 1 with a gap fill right there. And that's near a support resistance anyway. So that makes plenty of sense. So that's a way to size it up. And, you know, what's good is maybe on the 4-hour, you have some hidden bullish divergence almost develop. It's like kind of a lower low than the previous low, but higher levels. So continuation could be implied here. But good look. We never know. But TA does help us strategize. You can't, without TA, you can't really strategize an entry and a stop loss, right? You're just randomly in the middle of nowhere. How do you strategize a stop? A strategic stop, a strategic entry, strategic profit taking levels. Yeah. Good eye. Yeah, UA looking like it's trying to maybe bottom out, but you understand, like, if what's been going on continues, you're probably going back to 15 and you could very well break it. So you just got to pray for the whole freaking market to reverse to the upside again. Okay, let's see here. Let me check my notes. Hex Connect. Unfortunately, fell below the critical area it needed to stay above. But the good news is, it's not about the breakdown itself, is it? No, it is about the immediate fall of the price action you get after the bearish breakdown. What is that? That's not a joke. Look left. Well, you can't look left because it's all messed up because it's so illiquid, I guess, or something. But we know 20 cents what it is. Critical ice line for the first time ever painted way back last year. You're back above it, man. You're back above it. Look at that. Showing positive momentum on the 4-hour for the first time since February 8th. It's been a week, man, on the 4-hour. So nice false breakdown, and there you go. That's that. Look at the daily. Fantastic that it held again. It's right there. That 1 wick from July of last year is now you're trying to hold it as support. It's a certain battleground. You hold above this long enough, you then blast off and you see 25 cents and beyond. So it's spent like the past 72 hours flirting and testing that area, and every day it's held it as support. So that's good for now. You're safe for now until you close below that level. You have not closed below it. It was scary, but go to the daily, take out the noise, you see that you've held again. And in 3 seconds, you have confirmed that you've held again for the 72nd hour, whatever. A new day is upon us. We must go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, highest daily candle close since when, chat? Since January 4th.
It seems like the coin died, ha.
What's up, Kel? Yeah, man, sure. We'll look at it if you so desire. Sorry, I'm just bringing my blinds up. So yes, Bitcoin highest daily candle close since January 4th. That definitely warrants. You exceeded the high from February 9th, officially. So yeah, your little inverse head and shoulders idea, whatever you want to say, fine. Target $51,000. 51K. Minimum. But I'm thinking on the weekly, it's more like 52. Okay. There's some hype in the chat. It seems like a little bit of hype. I don't know, man. You got similar circumstances going on across the market. Ethereum, it did not, unfortunately, make a higher high than the highest high from February 9th. No, you get it? Though it did outperform today, chat, since January 12th, Bitcoin has been outperforming Ethereum. Bitcoin did something Ethereum didn't even do today. But the good news is, right, you're above critical areas. You're back above $3,000. You could always back test 3,000. It wouldn't be that weird. But momentum-driven asset class, I would say that almost you have a little bit better looking potential slanted inverse head and shoulders. The shoulder is oblong, unfortunately, but it looks just a little bit, the shoulder looks a little bit more defined than Bitcoin's. But that's the reason why Bitcoin's doesn't look as real, is because it was so strong that it didn't sell off as much as Ethereum did on this pullback, right? Bitcoin never even threatened falling below its critical inflection point like Ethereum did. You had a false breakdown. So you could clearly kind of, I get it, right? I mean, I'm not trying to say this is it or whatever, but like you could, someone out there in the world could be scanning their charts and identify this and be like, dang man, that's what's going on. You know, and if you did measure, it might be TA Tetris here. Seriously, from the low to the neckline, from the breakout, which you have not broken out yet, have you? No. So it's not even a true pattern until you break the neckline, which is sitting around 3260. Can you see that? How insanely perfect that is? All right, the measure move pretty much is that old all-time high from May 11th, okay? I think hidden bearish divergence played out, is invalid. Couldn't even see negatives, too strong. There you have it. That's your little nuanced way.
If you look at the RSI, it's showing bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Can you see that?
Do we care about the 60-minute when the weekly showing hidden bullish divergence? You can't really care about the insignificant timescales. Yeah, oh my God, Bitcoin pulls back some. Ethereum pulls back some. Dude, the range for pulling back is vast, right? You could, again, I'm telling you, you could go all the way down to like $2,900 and everything's fine still on this. Wow, that does look pretty freaking solid. It's not perfect, but dang, man. Wow. Not the first ones we've seen on this market. So are there any like new people watching this stream? Because I haven't gained a new sub in like a week, dude. It's like, what? I look at all these people watching, y'all just all subbed. It's like no one is like, hey, I just found you by searching Bitcoin Live or BTC Live, you know? Dang, man, that is like, I can't even believe how interesting this looks. How it's not perfect, but dang, dude. I like it a lot. Okay, was there another? I think there's one more. Cardano, UA, we looked at it, yep. Hex, we looked at it. And then the next one's just Jasmy. Yeah, we'll look at Jasmy, sure. Yeah, scam. This is called a rug pull, chat. This is called a rug pull. A scammer with no integrity minted a coin, and this is what it looks like. That's it. Probably has algorithms or bots set up to auto sell. Any pump could have been artificially created by that same person that's scammed and rug pulled on Jasmy. Yeah. Oh, dude, it engulfed bullishly after making the lowest level in its existence. Yep. Rug pull. This is like a Binance Smart Chain trash loser coin. Where, hey, I bought this. Well, you kind of probably deserve to lose money, right? There's no data. It just gets listed. If you want to buy something, why don't you wait for it to get listed? It creates data with a chart. Then you can identify structural developments that everyone else around the world could identify, and then maybe something. Maybe show me a harmonic, show me a range, and then a harmonic within a range, like Cake or Bake when they got listed, right? They showed there was like a reason that they look good. This is just lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, certainly a warranted.
Can devs do something?
Yeah. Here are the Jasmy investors, right?
Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price.
Look at Jasmy on Bittrex
I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Where we go, dude? Look at that. The USDC, it's so trash. Someone has to come in and intervene and be like, dude, look, there's more data, man. You just don't get it, dude. Let's go, Ubi, man. Hype in the chat. Thanks 100, man. Yeah, we'll look at
AMC, smiley face.
Oh, there's more data, dude. Okay, yeah, there is. There is. God. Okay, so how pathetic, right? It painted an M and just kept selling off. And just keeps selling off, dude. Yeah, you're at value areas and you've done nothing while Bitcoin went up. Bitcoin's up like stupid levels from its low. And this one's just continuing to sell off. So if it rallies here, do you care? No. Is it at value areas? No. I mean, yeah. I get if you want to perceive value on Jasmy when there are thousands of assets owned in the world, you would choose this. There's something wrong, dude. If you're like choosing Jasmy over everything that we've identified and found, every day we go live, we look at things, and oftentimes we find promising prospects for longs, and then you're like, nah, dude, nah, Jasmy, man, Jasmy. Who cares? Yeah, 88%. Just no one's making the market on it enough to buy there, or there wasn't even a reaction. It's terrible. Just keep bleeding out. Keep bleeding out. Yeah. Then it's just a massive engulfing candle happens one day randomly. How much money did you lose before that happened? And how much are you still down from longing this when you maybe it made sense? There's just no reason to long this.
BTC over Jasmy every day, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that a joint?
Yeah. Too many joints, dude. You need to cut back on the joints. Thank you. But dude, bullish divergence. That nothing happened. No one bought. Awful. I'm gonna say that, and then people are gonna buy it now. Okay. Well, again, it's not even about this one asset rallying. It's about all the others where you had chances to long at levels that made sense, and people actually did buy there, right? Not this crap. Oh, by the way, I mean, more Jesus chimes for total re-breaking out. Breaking the supply line. That's amazing, dude. Whole market cap breakout. AMC? Yep. AMC, chat. I mean, like, what do you want? You broke out. Bullish breakout at the levels you needed. Like, you notice? Isn't it crazy how, like, it's a pattern completion zone of a bullish butterfly, falling wedge near the apex, 95% through the development of the wedge, implying, and some bullish divergence, implying what? A bullish breakout. What happened? A bullish breakout. You can apply traditional technical analysis to AMC, not Jasmy, because no one cares. It's a scam. Cool. So look where you are, though. Extremely critical areas. Look, this is big time. 2013,
Call me
2016,
but I am sitting back and waiting for 20x gains on all the fantastic legacy coins. EOS, Dash, Zcash, ICX, ONT and XRP. Poor old Jasmy holders going to zero. Smiley face.
Yeah, have fun with that. You know, you talk about EOS. EOS is the same price it was at in 2017, literally right now. But, you know, that being said, it's at the level where it massively reverses. So there's that. But I'm just saying, you know, holding long-term, long-term, stupid. But yeah, great for trying to strategize an entry at an inflection point at pattern completion zones of harmonics. Sure, that's great. So all I can do is tell you that you had a bullish breakout of the falling wedge, a massive, beautiful reaction at the pattern completion zone of a bullish butterfly, things that should happen, it happened, and now you're just butting up, testing some critical areas, and if you break them, there could be a lot more upside. A lot more upside. I would just say from the size of the harmonic, we would Fibonacci like this. And I would say, I mean, like, if this actually performed decent, you'd be looking for a 50% retrace at $33 right there. But, you know, if you're going at $33, you're probably going to go test $35.50 to $36, the old highs from 2015 and 2017. So, I mean, that would probably be your target for just a back test, right? When AMC broke down on November 30th below that level that was extremely important, there was never a successful backtest of it. So don't you think it's reasonable to believe that would be a decent target? Just because market participants might want to push the price up just to make sure that bearish breakdown is real and what was once resistance is resistance again. I think that would be your most reasonable target in time, probably $35. Now, you could massively underperform and make just a substantially lower high than even your local highs from December and see a 382 at 28.40 or 25.55, which is just a candle high close back from 2014. So, yeah, beautiful breakout. Cool. You can't be surprised. TA respected in many ways right here. Ubi. Meta Hero. Oh boy. If it's not on, oh, it exists. Hero. I think we've been here. Maybe. No, I don't think I've been here. Maybe.
Hey Mitch, can you check out SHA, Safe Haven please?
What's up, Berg? Thanks, dude. Yep. We'll take a gander. Hey, guess what? Bitcoin just back tested that old resistance as of support right now on the new day. All right, so I gotta look at this Hero. I mean, it's on 2 exchanges, and where is it? I'm not even gonna regard the little scam wick, the first candle. I'm just gonna look at the other times, right? I'm not looking at this candle. I'm looking at this low and this low. They both, they give me reason to believe that is the inflection zone. 8.8 to 9 cents. Okay. All right, that's your big area. Look, yep, test it again. January 22nd. What happens if we broke it? Even back tested as resistance for dumping. All right, so what are you doing? You have had a really nice run up after making all-time lows, and what was once a support is now resistance, not once, but twice. I think you could definitely say there's bearish divergence developing at this resistance. What a downtrend, man. What a freaking downtrend. Awful. So yeah, I mean, you could say like momentum certainly shifted, like a little inverse head and shoulders price action. But I think until you get above 9 cents, I don't really know how bullish you can be on this asset, right? If you want to reverse the trend you've been in since December, you must recapture the previous discernible high, which to me it's looking like at least like 11 to 12 cents. Yeah, 11 to 12 cents is your big trend reversal overhead resistance. But I mean, even well before that is like you're at the resistance. You must break. You haven't done it. Maybe have an alert set up, but you're just testing as resistance. That's it. So break it. We could be kings. If you don't, you could be dumping again to lower prices.
To composite theta market makers, we know you waving Mitch's streams. Let's make it great again. It's on the cusp of breakout, right, Mitch? Tell them please. Smiley face.
Oh,
My
so
man
Silverman,
EJ Holder did himself dirty by requesting it. Congratulations, you played yourself. BTW Simon Mitch, let's not unshow Jasmine and Cream.
He Jasmine Holder did himself dirty by requesting it. Your man? So it's like, you know the guy? You know the person? I'm confused. You're confusing me. Thank you, dude. So, I don't know. On this one, hero, not a hero for a while. Not a hero until it breaks 9 cents and back tested as support. And then breaks eventually 11 to 12 cents. And you know, you're reversing. Hey. Let's see here. Check my notes. It's Shaw, man. Yikes. Well, I haven't been here in a while. It's respected the TA pretty well. Too many things. Let me just clean it up. Winter cleaning. We'll go peaks, valleys. I don't know, man. It's like, it's showing accumulation, and then it like makes a lower low than previous low. Now it's just showing, it's like Cardano almost, like just keeps making lower highs. And isn't making higher lows. I mean, locally. But yeah, you could try to argue that it's making a higher low than the previous lows from September and July. That's real. So there is somewhat of long-term accumulation, but short-term, there is no accumulation really. I mean, but the good news is from that previous discernible low to the high, it's like you are at an 88% retrace. You are at the value perceived areas on safe haven.
Because I typed Jism instead of Jasmine. This aggression cannot stand, man. Peace, cool face.
What's up, Loud News? Well, you know, dude, you gotta think about if you run into a country club and you start screaming the word J-I-Z, you know, screaming it, like walking in the lobby, and there's a nice little, you know, girl that's sitting at the desk. Hi, how can I help you? Jizz you're out, dude. I mean, just, you know, they'll kick you out temporarily. Just like, you think about like that, man. Look, because, right, 99% of everywhere you go online, you can be gross and disgusting and act like a child and say sexual, stupid remarks. But here, we like a controlled environment where you know, a parent can have their kid in the room while they're doing laundry and they're just looking after their kid, and grandpa's sitting on the recliner and we're on, and streams on, right? I mean, we just try to have an environment like that. And it's like, you don't like it, then go to 99% of all other places on the internet. We won't miss you, okay? But yeah, just be an adult. I don't know. God, it's like a 2-hour stream, man. It's 2 hours. You can refrain from saying gross stuff. Anyway, so higher lows, long term. Locally, no. Locally, distribution still going on. Your most recent discernible event was just another lower high than previous high. So it's like value perceived areas on safe haven. I think, though, there are probably just 100 better assets to look at. I think you're fine above 0.3 cents. Anything above that level's safe. You're good. Safe haven. But whatever. Maybe it's trying to bottom out here, dude. Again, like, I'm looking at something where I know there are 1,000, or at least there's a good amount of other looking assets that were long before this one. That's just me. Just because, right, they meet all the criteria we look for. I just scan all day, I scan charts all day, and I'm just looking for the perfect ones. And if they don't meet all of them, it's okay. Maybe I think about it and go back to it. Maybe later it'll have everything I want. But I'm just going to continue looking for the highly coveted ones, the critical areas, showing all the edge, the things we want at deep value perceived areas. And this one's just kind of like, oh, it's okay. But you see, I'm having to like think about it and analyze it. I can't just be like, boom. All these things are happening right now, this time. Greater 886. Maybe it's bottoming out, but it's making lower highs.
When you put it like that, Mitch, Jasmine and Cream go along well, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever, I think he did. Not even trying to make a thing about it, but like, hey, if someone like complains on a TTS, then it's maybe gets brought up. You know, if no one complains on the TTS, then no one ever talk. We don't ever talk about it. I think that was the last request. No, Theta. No, not Theta. Theta didn't meet the Tulsa. It's like $20 if you actually want like a formal request, man. It's just the way it is now, man. So yeah, unfortunately for Bitcoin, and this is gonna happen, man. You did close above the high from January 13th, but after closing above it, you are just now selling off, so you're not above it anymore. So probably just going to turn into a nothing burger candle, 4 hours up and down, probably not going to bearishly engulf, probably just going to hang out, and maybe in the next 4 hour candle we moon. Straight. Thank you, dude. Dang, dude, it's like a blitzkrieg of super chats. Whoa.
Hey Mitch, it's
Crap.
been a while. Can you look at TGGI? Seems like nearing next resistance level.
Yeah, we'll look at it, dude. Thank you. Despite what anyone thinks in the chat, I'm still happy, but sometimes I have to be a stern adult, you know, like. I'm confused. What just happened? TGGI. Yep. Thank God. Gets IR Day or something like TGG, TGIF, TGGI, Transglobal. Yikes! Well, that double top was good, but yeah, now things are starting to. I mean, you're still showing higher lows, right? I mean, I know you love this thing. It is showing accumulation now. It really, really is. Let me just clean it up too here.
Could you sit on my face, Mitch? 0.0020000000 ETH.
Thank you, underwear, for the 633. But yeah. No, I can't. But thank you, dude. So I kind of like this. I mean, you think about the peak back from March 2021. It's been a level where look what happened here. You know, in November. So I mean, it's like. Higher lows above that level, I think you're in really good shape. Now you're trying to break that 200 moving average there. I think there was a supply line you already broke. That's nice. That's, you know, it's really kind of like you broke out and you had a successful back test. So you're kind of close to an area where you could maybe size up. You're kind of far. I mean, I think a cent is the lowest risk area. The closest you are to the best optimum entry. Because just below $1 is probably where you'd strategize that stop loss. And to me, it's just kind of like above this level, there's very little data that suggests a major reversal before $2.06, right? I mean, you could start marking now this one high from 2 cents. So from here, really, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to go to 2 cents on TGGI. Yeah, that's it. If you're like successfully holding a critical area as support again, you are in an undeniable long-term uptrend. Yeah. And then you bust back above it, then you break a supply line, and then you back test the supply line as support. And there's no formal horizontal line resistance that's overhead until 2 cents. Then your target would be 2 cents here. And you think that's very well where it could be headed in time. Yeah. Very good, dude. There's just more to talk about. That's about it, okay? Oh, by the way, for the last request.
My name is JP. I am not amused.
There you go. So we're just getting a little pullback, man. You're gonna have green candles, you're gonna have red candles. People can get scared. Don't be scared, dude. You cannot be scared about Bitcoin until you fall below $40,665. And even then, your fear still might be a little misplaced because until you break below your previous discernible swing low, you're not reversing your trend. 36,670. My news is okay, man. It's all good, dude. What happened? Oh, it's broken. Never mind. That's why. Hello?
Hello, Mitch. Can you check out Cake?
Yeah, look, Cake. You can't say it's not at lower risk areas. It's only lost all its value. That's good. Hey, it's Crypto Hoarder, man. I'm in the chat. Crypto Hoarder's an NFT legend. Thanks for all you do, Mitch. Thank you. Crypto Hoarder, thank you for all you do, man. Holy crap. And so, like, just wait till the next NFT comes out. Chalen's gonna be spending. He's already started working on it, but like, talking like an entire month of, you know, I dictate where he's gonna spend his time and resources, right? And I'm like, Chalen, St. Patrick's Day NFT for a month. Just work on it. Let's make it insane, you know. So it's gonna be good, dude. But also we have the other ones too, like the ones that are like kind of across the markets. He'll be working on the side too. But it's Crypto Hoarder, man. He's like a legend now. What's up, Stray? Yeah, block, you mean Square.
Hey Mitch, could you peep block it has an earning next week?
We will look, dude. Thank you. Been devastated. But Square itself, or block, held support after losing so much value. I don't know, man. This song's kind of like triggering me a little bit.
Mitch voted for Biden and is triple vaxxed. 0.002000000 ETH.
I'm sorry. People that vote for Biden don't wear shirts like this, chat. Don't believe the fake news. Okay. So Cake Connect, let's go. Please go ahead and argue with that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Oh my god. Cake, dude. Like, you can't say it can't get any worse. But it's I get it, man. I get you. Let me just, it's probably a nice channel. Probably a really nice channel. Let me use parallel channel tool here. Oh yeah, gorgeous, man. What a nice downtrend. Anyway, you can clearly see the critical levels where you got to get above, right? It's 942. It's the old candle low close from February last year. That's it. So you get above that, you back test it, you start holding at support. Incredible. Like moon. I'm thinking like you get above 942, then you run up supply line at $11, but really, I mean, your major target's going to be $19 to $20. Like you'll have some bumps along the way, but if you get above 942, I just look at it like a huge range between $10 and $20, right? Sorry, it's broken, man. My bad. Like it's just like, I don't know, it's like a memory leak or something.
Hey brother, been watching since you were on with those other guys a long time ago. I watch every stream and the house music is always fire. Where can I find the music stream?
The internet. It's all over the place, man. I'll just tell you this. The genre of music is called deep progressive house. It's like one of my favorite genres really ever. I don't know. I love all kinds of music, but like, I love 120 BPM. I love it, man. So, that's it. Deep progressive house. It will be, you type that in on the internet, you'll find everything you want. I'm telling you, okay? Yeah, but the song name particularly right now is Darude Sandstorm, but this one's also called Darude Sandstorm.
Can we check PTBISD, not USDT?
I mean, if you want egg, it's your money, man. Well, look at your BUSD. Okay, so I mean, I hope you got your money's worth on Cake request because that's all you got to do. 942, have an alert set up. You start testing that, you start breaking it, crazy things gonna happen, could happen on this. Huge bids, lots of buys could come in. You are at the lowest risk area you could even ask for. If you break back above it, it's only resistance right now, so show me something, Cake. Have your alert set up, man. Have your alert set up. You start hearing 870, dude, then starting to become more probable that this level is the lowest risk, and you know, 940, you break it, moon, you can make a lot of money eventually on this, but it's kind of just, we're almost there, man. Bitcoin down $425 on the new day that's been around for 31 minutes. Come on, man, they couldn't have made it that easy. All right, Square or block. Yeah, here it is. All right, so you caught a reaction at an area where you could understand why there might be a reaction, right? It's an old all-time high, an old major peak from September of 2018. It was once resistance. It is now acting as support. A little bit of MACD histogram bullish divergence there, but not much beyond that. And really where I think it could head to, barring acts of getting devastated by earnings, I would say be very careful. Like, you know, owning an asset, especially if you're trying to trade it, owning an asset going into earnings is like literally going to the casino, putting your money on red or black. It's about the same odds. So you don't have an edge when earnings are there, and it can ruin any traditional technical analysis argument you have. Can be devastated by a bad earnings report or a good earnings report where, oh yeah, we expected it to be good, and then they had a record numbers or whatever. It can still dump. But yeah, I feel like at this point you're starting to be like, you lost a lot of value. I think after just incessant selling, there could be some sort of, just a relief rally that I don't think you're taking back your all-time highs anytime soon. I think you catch a relief rally, and then eventually you come back down to maybe lower levels to get an 886 down there eventually. But yeah, great little area where it's reasonable to believe finally, for the first time since it broke support at $200, that maybe it might catch a relief rally, So I'm just saying, like, great. So your target probably is like 133, that little peak from July 2020, right? Because that's the only data. It's like straight up, straight down. Okay, so you go straight up to 133 again. Above that, if you break 133 though, now we're talking about a much more significant retrace. Whereas, you probably be headed to 170 if you broke 133. So yeah, that's all I can tell you about it. It's not a harmonic. It hasn't gotten to its deepest retrace levels yet, the 886 for a full reset. But it is at an area, and it's lost so much value so fast with no retrace. Eventually you do get retraces and rallies. What are you talking about, T. Rollins? What did you request? That I low effort TA on SLP super chat last night. Okay. Low effort SLP request, huh? Dude, this thing is awful. You're telling me I put in low effort on SLP when it looks like this? Can anyone in the chat, please tell me, traditional technical analysis, and I'm looking at this asset, and I'm getting called out for low effort TA on a request, and I'm looking at this. Zero edge. Nothing applied to reversal where it reversed. There was no support. It was less than a penny. Now it's 3 pennies. And at 6 pennies, we might have an argument for a whole trend reversal. You break back above that level, you're good. Wow, man. Low effort TA. Waste of a 20, he said. Waste of a 20. Well, here's the thing. I would think about, if you're going to tip me money at all, and even if it's a request, right? Look at it like, I appreciate and respect what you do, and I want you to keep coming back, and I never want to have to watch advertisements or be, shield affiliate marketing links. So I'm going to go in with this 20. Sure, I'll get a request, but the request is secondary. Primarily, I'm here to support you so you keep coming back every day. If you go in with that mentality, you won't be saying things like you're saying right now. New meme has been born, I guess. Great, dude. Let it keep running. And it could. I don't know, and nothing makes sense to me to long this. It's terrible. But again, me calling something that just made its lowest level ever, right? February 3rd, 2022. Lowest price in human history. February 3rd for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's, what was the price February 3rd for Bitcoin? I mean, it was in 30. It was like $36,000. $36,000, a lot higher than zero, or its lowest low ever. Yeah. Really disappointing, T. Rollins, man. Really disappointing. If the daily's terrible, why would I don't care about the 4 hour? Yeah, neutral consolidation could very well rally, just like XRP. Yeah, rallies. Okay, so why would I own SLP when I could buy literal XRP? A very large market cap coin that's extremely liquid. My orders are gonna get filled. You buy this crap, You try to limit buy this. I can't imagine how difficult it's going to be to get your bids filled. There's probably algorithms trying to front run your limit orders. And it's just like it already pumped from its low. Even when you requested this yesterday, it's up 373% in 6 days off its lowest low ever. So if it keeps rallying, great, man. I'm gonna buy something, just appreciate it 400%.
SLP versus Phil versus ICP. Choose your player.
Oh yeah, choose your player. ICP for sure. ICP, because there's like an argument with a harmonic, and it's like double bottoming and all those things. And it's back above a critical inflection point right from history, looking left.
Hey Mitch, I found a 0.887 on the weekly on Wix. Please confirm. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Israeli internet company. We'll look at Wix. Yep. Thank you, Bitcoin success. All right, next request. Before I was, called out. I don't think it was justified, but hey, whatever. People are entitled to their opinions. This is KP3R to the US dollar tether. I mean, 886, sure. You're at an 886, sure. Low. To your high. You're not even at an 886, sorry. 886 is $702. So you got another $100 to lose before you're actually at the 886. What's the most recent event? The lowest low of the entire correction. Not really that promising, right? But when it's one low and it's the lowest low, is there a form of confirmation that it bottoms in on KP3R? No, there's not. There's no argument for like taking an awesome long. You know what you want to see on assets when they're at 886s, which this one's not even at? You know what you want to see? You want to see things like this. You want to see things like this developing at pattern completion zones. And bonus points, if you look left and you see levels that were once resistance from last year, they're now support. This is what you want to see at pattern completion zones, not whatever we just looked at.
Bust.
It's doing nothing. Yep, bust. Get wrecked, dude. Oh, BUSD. Okay. Why even, man? Who cares?
Would you mind checking out a daily bearish cipher on Philip Morris, PM?
Well, look, Grant, sure. Yeah, you want to BUSD. We're going to go to it. Sure, dude. I have memory of this place. I have memory of this place. Pretty similar situation. It's the lowest low, right? So far of the correction. There's no confirmation low. Well, but maybe it's an 886 now. Is it a shark? A shark near or at? Nope. It's the same thing, dude. It's like the same. Yeah, I guess you're in a more long-term uptrend, more data, but if you look locally from the way we looked at it, there's no difference. We want confirmation. If you're applying the formula, right, or whatever, the swing trading, good stuff, the variables, the cake baking, you don't have any. You have no cake baking stuff right now, even if it rallies here. All right, but yeah, he wanted it because he wanted to be like, hey, look at my shark. Yeah, my shark, 1618, my 886. Okay, there's your shark. Near or at a pattern completion zone. But it's not quite there. I mean, it's very, very close. But okay, so react here. But I don't know if you have any kind of type 2. I don't think you have any kind of, it's just reaction though. And look up.
Daily divergence.
Oh wow. Yeah. Mag the Instagram, that's kind of Class C-ish. But yeah, that's nice. Look on the daily, you're showing your first level of positive momentum today that you've seen since January 19th. That's nice. Still below the 200-day moving average. Daily's a little bit better. Okay, well then go ahead. Go ahead and do your thing. Play it. Come back to us. It's not like terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I still think there are better arguments out there. But hey, that's okay. It can still rally here. It can still definitely react. It did react. It like literally reacted near it, but not quite at it. It never touched it actually. Could go lower, but maybe not. So it's an M shape. Nearing an 88% retrace for the pattern completion zone. And yeah, you're showing divergence. Class C, hidden bullish divergence. There you go. Okay.
Hey Mitch, adding to the argument on the DXY, can you take a look at the huge M shape on Canadian dollar to US dollar weekly and monthly? Thanks man.
Well look, Blaine, thank you man. Appreciate it. I'm talking about Echo. PM. Mother of God. What a beast. What a friggin' beast, man. Here's your Philip Morris. Well, there is a little bit. Yeah, that's where you're at. You're at this one little peak. Thrice it tested and failed. Right, December 2017, January 2018, and then March 2018, 3 times. That, and then there was swing lows too. So you are at a critical level. If you break this level, 110, you could very well go to 123. But you just got to be mindful of what? What do you have to be mindful of on Philip Morris? An undeniable bearish shark pattern, very well developed, and it does have a little bit more upside, right? You could always look at like a cipher. It is at the 78% retrace. It's at the true pattern completion zone of the cipher, and it makes the cipher argument's kind of stronger because if you think about it's at a resistance at the 886, there is no real major formal resistance there. I guess a couple minor highs from April 2017, but something to pay attention to, yeah. I mean, but and very overbought on the daily. It's still at like 81. So this is definitely an area where you could imagine, because based on history, it could reverse. But even if it exceeds it, you still have to deal slightly higher prices at 115, which is the 886. So I would be mindful of the wave structure where there is no more value. There's certainly not value on PM. You cannot argue with that. It's not valuable to own PM. You are paying somewhat of a premium on PM right now. And it has limited upside, right? It reverses here or reverses an 886 instead of the 786. Okay, either way, limited upside. So I would just be cognizant of that. Very nice uptrend though. I mean, you can't argue with that. It's a great uptrend since the COVID crash. It's been killing it. It's making, you know, multi-year highs today. That's awesome. Just know where we are. Know the context of the previous high to low. That's your PM. Would you say daily bearish cipher? Boom. Cipher shark. Yep. There you go, man. That was, sorry to just look back at it. Yeah, you're right. You're at it. This is certainly where a reaction could occur. A reaction. Doesn't mean a major, it's over reversal, but you could react here. Yes. Sure, we don't pay premiums, man. Well, you don't want to, you know. You can help it. Canadian dollar, man? Not even on Wando. What the heck? I think we look at the US dollar or the Canadian dollar. Wow, you talking about classic distribution going on? Yeah, I don't like this at all. I think this is super bearish. I think it's extremely bearish, really. Wow. I'll make sure I'm not off base here. I mean, I guess it depends. Like locally, I don't like it, but then if you like zoom out on the weekly, it's actually like, wow, look at this massive double bottom. Like that's insane. Like, I mean, this is the whole chart just about is a perfect. It's not even a chart. It's too deep there. It might be a Gartley, but let me just see real quick. I think it's too deep, like 70% retrace. It's pretty close to a my God, it's pretty close to a friggin' Gartley. Yeah, it was like 65. But where did it reverse? Where does all these... This is a not crypto chat. This is a different market entirely. Where did it reverse? Like all the cryptos? Did it reverse at the 382 or the 618 or 50% or the 786? Nope. 886 everywhere. All the time. All the friggin' time. Type 2 return. I'm a bullish Gartley on the weekly. So, I mean, like, locally, I don't really like what it's doing. But if you zoom out, you go to more significant time scales, this is crazy, man. All right? Like, stay above, all you got to do is just stay above, like, 76 cents. Stay above this low from January of 2009. And if you ever break 83 cents, then your upside could take you all the way to 89.5. Yeah, so that, if you're looking at that on the weekly, that implies, like, in time, Canadian dollar will rally to the US dollar. Yeah. Dang, Anonymous, let's go, dudes. Session top Jesus right there. Thank you, man.
Anon token, is on fire. Google it.
Why? When I can just look at it on... Oh, that's why. It's on TradingView. I can't analyze it. Thank you for the contribution, though. I really appreciate it, man. Okay, so, I mean, if this plays out, you know, you're thinking eventually you could be going back to 2011 levels. You could be going to $1 again, man. That is exceptional. And you want an example. I mean, this is even better, but if you want to go the weekly or the monthly for any kind of Gartley, you just hit F on your chart and this happens. Look at that, dude. I mean, just, it's the Gartley. This was too perfect, though. Almost too perfect. It didn't get a type 2 return like the Canadian dollar. I just got a reaction low and it was gone. Right? It was a COVID crash. Back tested. It was a spring was back tested. It was 30 years. Spring, you sprung in 2009 and you back tested the spring in 2020. And then it mooned. That was the narrative of electric vehicles. And look where you are now on Ford. You better hold this area. Hold $17.37 to $18, and you could be going back up 25 bucks eventually, or 24.45, whatever. What's up, Johnny boy?
Can you look at Metis/WETH on TradingView?
If it's on TradingView, I will look at it. If it's not, I literally can't and won't. It's just the rules. We don't go to other, you know, browsers or whatever places to look at TA on coins that aren't there. We just don't do it and never will. Great on the weekly. It looks like 5 days will be engulfing. Weekly, yeah. I mean, really strong, man. I mean, so far, anyways. Wrapped Ether, trying to bottom out here. Maybe it's setting up for a dragon. It never hit any kind of like formal support, right? So it's kind of hard to strategize. If you talk about from this low to this low, you could work on a hidden bullish divergence, start to play out. Really shallow there, man. So it's like, how do you even play this? Could still be correcting and could always come back down to 2.9 or 0.029. That probably, look, it's all about, if we can help it, we like assets that are hitting critical areas from history. This one's not even close. It would have to go down a lot more. But for now, locally, it looks like it's put in a second low. It's confirmed the bottom. And now all it has to do is break this peak at 0.059. I mean, you could size it up kind of like a dragon if you wanted. This is daily, so it's like kind of like that, you know, whichever way from the peak. Your supply line, you broke the supply line, so it's kind of like your dragon's kind of confirmed here. Where I think you don't even have to use Fibonacci. I think if this played out, which I don't know, and it's not at a very strategic area, if it did play out, your target would probably be 0.068 right here, wrapped waves. Whatever that number is, it's a lot of wrapped waves. It's not just 0.068 nonsense. It's in wrapped waves. So the denomination of Ether, December 30th size, where it would be headed if this did play out. Okay, that's all I can give you for now, man. Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? My bad, dude. I don't know what happened. Sorry, I think the daily ended.
Mitch, I requested chart analysis on Wix.
You did.
And saw
You did.
886 on
Good
weekly.
God, man. Oh my God. Wow. Well, that it ended, didn't it? It was euphoric. It was amazing. What a nice range. And just look at that gap down. On earnings, earnings killed you. I love how on earnings it gapped down. Look how it opened the day on, you know, the next day on bad earnings and rallied to back test the range bottom as a resistance before it continued to its painful descent to, you know, the lowest price it's seen since April 2020, the COVID crash. Yikes, man. So certain, yeah, they're undeniable M shape going on, deep retraces. We can paint it. Yeah, it's a shark. It's a shark, and it's probably right at the PCZ. It is. It is right at it, man. I mean, like, to the T. There it is. It is. Has it reacted yet? No. No reaction at all. You can say there's bullish divergence there. Cool. That's not enough to take an action along. I mean, it's great and all, but it's not holding.
Mr. Roland, please stop your crying in the chat. Mitch, keep up the good, you peaky blinder. 0.003000000 ETH.
What's up, Tommy Shelby, dude? I wish that freaking show would come back. Like, they don't even tell us when it's coming. It's been gone for 2 years. So just waiting and waiting. I think all the cast members will die of old age before and the next season comes out. So thanks, dude. I don't know, man. I mean, the divergence is stupid. It's like quadruple RSI bullish divergence. So yeah, you think this is about the area. I mean, if something's gonna happen, if the TA is gonna at least be even somewhat respected, this is where the reaction occurs, this is where it starts. But has it? No, it's done nothing here. It's just sitting there. But even like, you know, it does react here. Are you going to take action on just a reaction low that hadn't even happened yet? Why don't you wait for like a type 2 return? Ah, that would be better. That would be optimum, but you don't have that yet. So it's cool though. Nice identification. Put it in your watch list. Pay attention to it. It's at value perceived areas. Massive correction. Good God, it's lost 70% of its value in a year. My God, imagine owning this for 365 days. You'd be ruined, man. Or at least your position would be ruined. I had $1. I bought in March of last year. Now I have 30 cents. Nice. Next season's out here next week. My God, man, I kept looking online and it kept freaking saying no time has been released. No release date has occurred, but we're hopeful. February 27th in the UK. So that means where I am too, if I have a VPN. Did I miss anything? The minimum criteria? I believe not. Let me see. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, that was like the last request. Nice. Oh no, Bitcoin's down $355. We're screwed. Oh wait, we're not. If you look at the daily or weekly, we're so good. We're so golden right now. Above 40K, 42K.
Missing theta tip, P's. What Herman Miller Aryan is better, classic or V2 remastered? Viking hype.
I don't know. I still have the things hanging on mine. I don't even know which one this is. Can anyone tell me just by eyeballing it? Herman Miller enthusiasts? I don't know. I didn't even know there were two options. I just went online when I did this. Mr. Damon, man, if y'all remember, Mr. Damon paid for this. He's like, I was like, oh man, my back, and I need a new chair, and we were talking about it, and people were like, Herman Miller, and I looked at him like, oh my god, dude, an $800 chair. It's now $1,200 due to inflation. I mean, look, in 3 years, Herman Miller goes from $800 chair to $1,200 chair. Same chair. Nothing changed. Just, wow, just $300 more. Okay, yeah, because I ended up buying one for my mom for Christmas, and I'm just like, but anyway, he just throws down $800 on streams, like, just buy it now. And I'm like, okay. Data, yeah, he met the minimum criteria now. He's strung them. Yeah, I mean, look, like the wedge. Oh yeah, this is solid. This is in really good shape here, okay? I think if Theta, well, Theta broke this little wedge here, you know, down sloping price contraction from a low to high, right? Yep, that's a wedge. It broke the wedge. It back tested the wedge. It then daily bullishly engulfed. It daily marabazooed, daily bullish marabazoo engulfing candle combination, and is now above 372. Oh, so important. A candle high close in February last year. A low from May 20th. Look, another low reversal July last year. Over and over and over again. Well, if you are reversing, this is some of the lowest risk area stuff you could ever dream of. It'd probably be so easy just having a stop loss below the daily engulfing candle you just had. That's it. Having a stop loss below like 355, 352 is so tight because you know you don't want this asset below 372. Why? Because what it did, it literally, when it broke support and went to the next support, wow. So if it's getting back above and breaking out and reversing, the upside potential on this asset is insane. It's normally straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Oops. So to me, minimum target 550. Your secondary target 625, but if it's gonna do a straight, it's gonna do it. It's done every time in history. A third target would be $8.44, right around there anyway. $8. Okay, yes, Theta, very low risk areas, and could be on the cusp of a ton of upside. Yep, very good, very very good. That's amazing. But there are multiple assets that are amazing at levels like this. You have to find them. You have to scan, or you be in the Patreon. You get pinged on them. Can't like look at all of them every day on stream, but get requests and all that. Yeah, it's similar to Band, but Band's already like you're already off of the lowest risk areas on Band, right? Unfortunately, by a lot, because it already started. But we identified it when it was at those levels. If you're a patron, you get pinged when it's at the levels. All right, so yeah, Theta. Don't be surprised if this marks up a lot in the coming weeks, assuming Bitcoin holds and continues its own rally. Yes, these are the lowest risk areas you could dream of. So I've been live for 2 hours now. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Local elites. Again, Bitcoin, short-term uptrend, long-term uptrend, mid-term downtrend, but you're like pretty much at the highest price you could ever be to be able to even say you're in a mid-term downtrend still, right? Because once you start breaking this last high that you haven't broken yet, you're right there. I mean, we're like, oh, we're only like $300 away, you know, from a few $100 away from being able to say, oh yeah, the trend has midterm reversed, bullish uptrend, short term, midterm, and long term. So this is the line. You see the line. This orange line right here is the midterm trend reversal. If you can get above it, you haven't yet. You've tried. You're very close. But we got to get some resounding price action, which I think is very possible based on the fact we know, looking left, where we are. And if you're above 42K, historically, when you get above 42K, you go to a minimum of 53K. But the other times, you go to 58K or you go to $69,000, right? There's only 3 times in history. 2 of the 3 were just clear breakouts without a back test. There was 1 time of the 3 that was the back test in September. But now here we are again for the 4th time in history regarding this level, either with a breakout or a breakout and a back test. I like back tests. So if history repeats itself on Bitcoin above this 40 to 42K area, minimum $53,000. That's it. That's history. That's not me saying it's with certainty going to happen, and history doesn't always repeat itself, but dude, it oftentimes does a lot. It's just not certain because nothing is. So I would say you're doing everything that has to be done methodically, and now you just got to break one more high, and then you'll be running up to you'll be going to 52, 53K, man. All right, good stuff, man. Woman, alien, probably children too, watching with their parents. So really appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Y'all are amazing, really are, and I'm super grateful. And just hopefully the stream, you've maybe learned something, maybe gained a little bit more clarity across the markets. But either way, I had fun. It's always it's the best part of my day, hanging out with y'all. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.